Today, I invite you to live as though your greatest desire has already been fulfilled, not in the distant future, not in some far-off dream, but right now. Act as if you have already won the prize, for in doing so, you set the wheels of the universe into motion. When you think of your desire, whether it's success, love, or wealth, imagine it as if it is already in your hands. You must embody that feeling, fully and completely. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. You have to feel what it's like to have already succeeded. The prize is not some future event. It is here now, alive within you. But as you hold that vision, be careful of doubt. Doubt is the enemy of creation. It clouds your mind, weakens your resolve, and delays your manifestation. You must close the door to doubt and lock it firmly behind you. When you act as if you have won, there is no room for uncertainty. There is only the certainty that it is already done. Now understand that your senses may deceive you. What you see, hear, or feel in this moment might suggest you have not yet won. But the world of form is secondary to the world of spirit. The prize is not seen with the physical eyes first. It is known with the inner eye. And once you know it, nothing can take it away from you. Let your imagination be your guide. Close your eyes. See yourself with the prize in hand. Feel the joy of its arrival and know that this is the first step. Your imagination is the fertile soil where all creation begins. What you plant in your mind today will soon be reflected in your world. Act with gratitude, for gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to more. When you feel the gratitude of already receiving, you are telling the universe, I am ready for more. Live as if the prize is yours, and the universe will align to reflect your inner knowing. Lastly, remain consistent in your belief. The world may challenge you, and the temptation to doubt may rise, but you must stay true to the feeling of already having won. The power of persistence in that feeling will bring forth everything you desire. Stay grounded in the belief that you are deserving, that it is already yours, and that nothing can stop you. Remember, the moment you start acting as if you've already won, you begin the process of manifesting what you desire. The world will conform to the reality you create in your mind. The prize is waiting for you to claim it. Act as if it's already yours and watch as the universe delivers. To truly embody the vision of having already won, you must first understand that success is not something that happens only in the future. It is not a distant event waiting to unfold when the right conditions align. Success, victory, and fulfillment are already present, available to you in this very moment. And it is through embodying that truth that you will bring your vision to life. Living in the feeling of having already won is not just about thinking you have succeeded, it's about truly feeling it. The emotions that come with achievement, joy, relief, and fulfillment, must become part of your daily experience right now. You must step into the essence of what it would feel like to have already received the prize, whatever it may be for you. If you can feel the joy, the satisfaction, the excitement of already having won, your actions and decisions will naturally align with that truth. Begin by visualizing the prize as already yours. Close your eyes and imagine it as vividly as possible. See the details, hear the sounds, and feel the emotions that would come with the prize in your hands. Imagine yourself basking in the success, living the life you desire. How does it feel to be living in the realization of your dreams? Let the emotions of victory fill you. Do not hold back. Feel the pride, the sense of accomplishment, and the deep peace that comes with knowing your desires have been fully realized. The key here is to really allow yourself to experience those emotions fully. Don't just pretend or hope for them. Let them saturate your being. Let them shape your very core. As you do this, the line between what is imagined and what is real begins to blur. The body and mind don't distinguish between what's vividly imagined and what's actually happening in the moment. So by living in the feeling of success, you start to create it in your outer world. But it's not just about mental imagery, it's about allowing that feeling to influence your actions. When you act as if you have already won, your choices, your behaviors, and even your thoughts begin to shift in alignment with that belief. You will make decisions from a place of certainty and confidence because you already know the outcome. The power of embodying the vision is that it leads to new ways of thinking and doing. Your thoughts will no longer be filled with doubt, worry, or insecurity. Instead, they will be filled with clarity, purpose, and empowerment. You will begin to make choices that reflect the version of yourself who has already achieved greatness. If you truly believe that you have already won, you will no longer tolerate situations or circumstances that do not align with your vision. You will begin to surround yourself with people, experiences, and opportunities that match the life you are creating. The feeling of having won will cause you to rise to a new level of standards, one where you no longer accept anything less than your highest vision for yourself. This is where the power of embodiment lies, the ability to live as though your vision has already come true. When you embody the vision of success, your actions will naturally start to carry the weight of your desire. You will walk through life with a quiet confidence, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. It is not about forcing things to happen or rushing the process, but allowing the feeling of already winning to guide you step by step. In your daily life, this might show up in subtle ways. You may find that you speak more confidently, make bolder decisions, or take actions that align with your goals more effortlessly. The key is that you are not waiting for the external circumstances to shift before you act. You are acting as if they already have. Living in the feeling of already having won is not a momentary practice. It is a continuous, intentional choice. Every day, you must consciously decide to embody the vision, to choose the feelings and actions of someone who has already achieved their goals. It's about being the person who lives as if the prize is already in their hands. And when you do this, you will find that the world around you begins to reflect back that same truth. The universe does not respond to mere desire. It responds to belief, to the conviction that what you want is already yours. And when you act as though it is, that's when the magic of manifestation begins to unfold. Doubt is one of the most destructive forces in the process of manifestation. It is the silent saboteur, creeping into your mind and convincing you that what you desire is not yet yours, or that it may never be. When you entertain doubt, you are essentially giving power to the very thing you don't want, causing a rift between your desires and the reality you are trying to create. Doubt, in its many forms, directly conflicts with the law of assumption, which states that we must act and think as though our desires are already fulfilled. You cannot hold a vision of success in one hand while clutching fear and uncertainty in the other. To truly manifest what you desire, you must detach from doubt completely. The moment you doubt, you undermine the very foundation of your manifestation process. You begin to question whether it is possible, whether you deserve it, or whether it will ever happen. Doubt brings with it a sense of limitation, scarcity, and disbelief, which completely contradicts the mindset of abundance and certainty necessary for manifestation. You cannot live in the feeling of already having what you want if your mind is cluttered with thoughts of maybe or I'm not sure. Doubt is the thief of all manifestations, and it robs you of the faith and clarity needed to bring your desires into reality. When you entertain uncertainty, you are essentially postponing the fulfillment of your desires. You are sending mixed signals to the universe. One moment asserting that your dream is already yours, and the next doubting whether it will ever come to fruition. This internal contradiction creates resistance in the process. You may be doing everything right on the surface, visualizing, imagining, and taking inspired action. But if you hold an underlying belief that it may not work, you are working against yourself. You must remove all doubt and trust completely that what you desire is already done. Detaching from doubt requires a shift in mindset. It means no longer entertaining the idea that your dream is out of reach or that it is difficult to attain. You must choose to believe in the power of your thoughts, your feelings, and your ability to create, instead of focusing on the lack or the gap between where you are and where you want to be. You must fix your attention on the certainty that your desire is already yours. This shift in perception is vital because it transforms the way you act, think, and feel. When you fully believe that your dreams are already fulfilled, you begin to make decisions and take actions that align with that belief. To detach from doubt, you must also become aware of the thoughts that fuel it. Every time doubt creeps in, pause and challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought serving my manifestation? Does this thought align with my vision of already having received what I desire? When you catch yourself in a moment of doubt, replace those thoughts with affirmations of certainty. Remind yourself that the universe is always working on your behalf, even when you cannot see the results immediately. Trust that your desire is unfolding perfectly, regardless of what the external world may suggest. Another powerful way to detach from doubt is to fully immerse yourself in the feeling of already having received your desire. When you embody the state of having, there is no space for doubt. If you already have it, why would you question it? The feeling of ownership, of already being in possession of your prize, fills you with a deep sense of calm and assurance. It becomes impossible to doubt the process when you feel the truth of your success in every cell of your being. Remember, manifestation is not about forcing something to happen or wishing for it to happen. It's about knowing that it has already happened. It's about living from the end result, where you already have what you desire. Doubt is the opposite of living from the end. It is living from the current state of lack and wanting. To manifest, you must release all doubt, trust in the process, and feel confident in the knowledge that your reward is already yours. In the process of detaching from doubt, your faith will grow stronger and your trust in the unseen will become unshakable. This is when your manifestations begin to flow naturally into your life. Let go of doubt, and you will find that everything you desire is already on its way. The key is to remain steadfast in your belief and to live as though you've already received your reward. The moment you do this, you will realize that doubt no longer has a place in your life, and your desires will manifest effortlessly. Faith in the invisible is the cornerstone of true manifestation. It requires you to trust in what cannot be seen with your physical eyes, to believe in what your senses cannot confirm. The world around you may appear to contradict your desires, but faith in the invisible tells you that the truth of your desires is already unfolding, even if it is not yet visible in your current reality. It is the unwavering trust in the unseen forces that are at work behind the scenes, shaping your world in alignment with your inner vision. What you see with your eyes, what you hear with your ears, and what you touch with your hands may not always reflect the truth of your desires. In fact, often, the external world will mirror the exact opposite of what you want to create. You may look around and see evidence of lack, struggle, or unfulfilled dreams, but what your senses tell you in that moment is not the final word. The truth of your desires lies in the realm of the invisible, in the realm of pure possibility, where everything you desire already exists. It is your inner knowing, your unwavering belief in the unseen that determines the outcome of your manifestation journey. The key to manifestation is to shift your focus away from the physical world and to place your attention on the inner world, the realm of thought, imagination, and feeling. The external world is merely a reflection of your inner state. What you see in the material world is the result of past thoughts and beliefs, but the invisible world of your imagination, your desires, and your faith is where the true creation begins. This is why it is so important to trust in the invisible, to know that what you desire is already shaping itself behind the curtain of your awareness. When you have faith in the invisible, you do not need physical evidence to prove that your desires are coming true. You trust in the process, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly in alignment with your inner vision. The universe is constantly responding to your thoughts and feelings, even if you cannot yet see the evidence in your physical reality. What matters is your inner conviction, your belief in the unseen. When you hold the unwavering faith that your desires are already on their way, you begin to shape your world in ways that may not be immediately apparent, but are no less real. One of the most powerful aspects of faith in the invisible is the ability to live in the feeling of already having received your desire, even when there is no outward evidence of it. This is where the power of imagination comes in. Imagination is the bridge between the visible and the invisible, between the world of form and the world of pure potential. When you imagine yourself already in possession of your desire, you align your inner state with the reality you wish to create. You are no longer waiting for the outside world to confirm your desires. You are living in the belief that your desires are already a reality in the unseen world, and that, in time, the physical world will reflect that truth. Faith in the invisible requires a deep sense of trust. It means trusting that the universe is always working on your behalf, even when you cannot see the evidence of it. You may have doubts or moments of uncertainty, but faith means that you persist in the belief that what you want is already coming to you. You trust in the timing of the universe, knowing that everything is unfolding in the perfect way and at the perfect time. The physical world may seem slow to change, but the invisible world is where the magic happens, where everything you desire is already being formed. In cultivating faith in the invisible, you must let go of the need for immediate results. Trusting the unseen means understanding that the creation process is happening beyond the surface of what you can perceive. It is in the invisible forces of thought, belief, and imagination that your desires are being drawn into your life. By focusing on the invisible, you align yourself with the infinite potential that exists in every moment. You create the space for your desires to come to fruition, knowing that they are already on their way, even if the physical evidence has yet to appear. When you believe in the invisible, you free yourself from the need for immediate proof. You trust the process, knowing that everything you desire is already manifesting, even when it cannot yet be seen. Faith in the invisible is the true essence of creation. It is the belief that what is not yet visible is as real as what is right in front of you. And when you cultivate this faith, the invisible will eventually become visible, and your desires will unfold before your eyes. Imagination is the most powerful tool at your disposal when it comes to creating the reality you desire. It is within your mind, through the faculty of imagination, that all victories are first won. The external world is simply a reflection of the internal world, and the process of manifestation begins with the ability to imagine and believe in the life you want to create. When you fully grasp the power of your imagination, you realize that every dream, every goal, and every achievement is first conceived in the realm of thought before it is made manifest in the physical world. Your imagination is not just a fleeting daydream or a source of temporary escape. It is the creative force that shapes your reality. The power of imagination is not limited to fantasy or wishful thinking. It is the means by which you can enter the mental state of already having what you desire, aligning your inner world with the outer world you want to bring into existence. It is through focused, intentional imagination that you lay the foundation for the life you are striving to build. When you vividly imagine yourself already living your ideal reality, You are setting the wheels of creation into motion. The first step in using imagination effectively is to fully embrace the belief that everything you desire is already available to you. Your imagination is the bridge between the world of form and the world of possibility. When you use it consciously, you are not imagining a future goal, but experiencing a present reality that exists in the invisible world. The key is to live in the feeling of having already received what you want. The more real you make the experience in your mind, the more your outer world will begin to align with that mental image. When you imagine, engage all your senses. Don't simply picture the outcome in your mind, feel it, hear it, touch it, smell it. The more detailed and immersive your imagination becomes, the more powerful it becomes. If you are imagining success in your career, for example, don't just picture yourself achieving it. Feel the satisfaction of accomplishment, hear the words of praise, see the evidence of your success around you. This sensory experience will create a magnetic force that draws the external world closer to your vision. Imagination is not just a mental process. It is a full-bodied experience that taps into the energy of creation itself. One of the greatest aspects of imagination is that it allows you to bypass the limitations of your current reality. In your present circumstances, it might seem impossible to achieve your dreams, but through imagination, you are not bound by the constraints of time, space, or physical limitations. You can step into the world of your desire as if it is already real, and in doing so, you align yourself with that possibility. The more you consistently return to the mental state of already having what you want, the more your subconscious mind will accept it as truth. And once your subconscious mind accepts it, your outer world will begin to shift to match that inner conviction. Imagination also has the power to transform doubt into certainty. When you fully immerse yourself in the feeling of already having achieved your goal, doubt has no place to dwell. There is no room for uncertainty when you are living in the feeling of success and abundance. Your mind becomes a powerful magnet, attracting the circumstances, people, and opportunities that align with your mental image. The act of imagining becomes the act of creating. You are no longer waiting for something to happen. You are actively shaping the future with every thought and feeling you invest in your vision. But imagination is not something you do once and forget about. It is a practice, a discipline, and a habit. Just as athletes train their bodies daily, you must train your mind to stay focused on your desires. Regularly return to your imagined reality, even when external circumstances seem to suggest otherwise. In fact, it is in these moments of doubt or resistance that your imagination is most powerful. The more you practice imagining the life you desire, the more it becomes ingrained in your consciousness. Soon your mind will not only accept the vision as real, but it will start to actively seek ways to bring it into your physical world. Your imagination is not limited to grand sweeping changes in your life. It can be applied to small everyday situations as well. You can use it to visualize a successful conversation, a productive day, or a creative solution to a challenge. The more you use your imagination to shape your reality, the more you begin to see that your world is shaped by your thoughts and beliefs. The victories you seek are already won within your mind. By consciously using the power of imagination, you activate the creative force that transforms your desires into tangible results. The power of imagination lies in its ability to reshape your reality. It is the first step in every journey towards success, fulfillment, and abundance. When you embrace the power of your imagination and use it intentionally, you are tapping into a force that is both limitless and transformative. Through imagination, you are not just dreaming of a better future, you are creating it. Gratitude is a transformative force that has the power to shift your reality. It is not merely an acknowledgement of the good things in your life, but a deep, heartfelt recognition of the abundance that already surrounds you. When you live in gratitude, you are not waiting for something to change in your life in order to feel grateful. You act as though everything you desire has already been given to you. This shift in mindset is one of the most powerful tools in manifestation, as gratitude aligns your energy with the frequency of abundance and invites more of the same into your life. The essence of gratitude is not simply about expressing thanks for what you have. It is about living in the feeling of already having what you want. Gratitude is an emotional state, a vibration that communicates to the universe that you are in full acceptance of what is, while also open to receiving more. When you choose to act as though your desires have already been fulfilled, you are signaling to the universe that you trust it to provide for you, and that you are already in alignment with your dreams. This is a powerful act of faith, as you are not waiting for evidence to show up first, but are choosing to believe in the unseen and live from a place of abundance. When you cultivate gratitude, you activate a powerful magnetic force that attracts more of what you want. The law of attraction operates on the principle that like attracts like, and by living in the energy of gratitude, you begin to draw more opportunities, people, and circumstances that match your current state of abundance. Every time you express gratitude, whether in words, actions, or thoughts, you send out an energetic signal that invites more of the same into your life. It is as if you are already living in the manifestation of your desires, and the universe responds by giving you more to be grateful for. Gratitude is also a way to overcome the obstacles that may arise on your journey. When things seem difficult, it can be easy to fall into a mindset of lack or limitation. However, gratitude acts as a powerful antidote to this mindset. Instead of focusing on what is missing or what isn't going well, gratitude shifts your focus to what is already working, what is already good in your life. This simple shift in perspective allows you to see the abundance that is present, even in moments of challenge. It transforms your relationship with difficulties, turning them into opportunities for growth and learning. By living in gratitude, you also become more present in your life. You stop waiting for some distant future where everything will be perfect and instead embrace the present moment as a reflection of your desires already realized. Gratitude helps you stay connected to the now, where the power of manifestation lies. When you are fully present and grateful for the current moment, you create a strong foundation from which your desires can naturally unfold. You no longer feel the need to chase after things or force outcomes. Instead, you trust that everything you desire is already on its way to you. Living in gratitude also deepens your sense of self-worth. When you are grateful for what you already have, you are acknowledging your own value and abundance. This acknowledgement reinforces the belief that you are deserving of everything you desire. It removes the notion of scarcity and replaces it with a deep sense of worthiness. Gratitude for what you already possess allows you to open your heart to receiving more, because you know that you are worthy of every blessing and opportunity the universe has to offer. One of the most powerful aspects of living in gratitude is that it helps you focus on the positive aspects of your life rather than the negative. In a world where it can be easy to focus on what isn't going right, gratitude redirects your attention to what is already aligned with your desires. This shift in focus amplifies the good in your life and expands your ability to see even more opportunities. As you focus on what you are thankful for, you train your mind to look for abundance rather than scarcity. This shift in perception not only brings more joy into your life, but also positions you to manifest even greater things. Gratitude has a ripple effect that touches every area of your life. When you live in a constant state of gratitude, you begin to attract positive people, circumstances, and opportunities. Your relationships improve, because you approach them from a place of appreciation and love. Your work becomes more fulfilling because you are grateful for the opportunity to contribute. Even in moments of adversity, gratitude helps you stay grounded and focused on the good that is present, allowing you to move forward with confidence and peace. In the end, living in gratitude is an act of faith. It is a declaration that you trust the universe to provide for you, that you believe in the abundance that already exists, and that you are open to receiving even more. By acting as though you have already received everything you desire, you align yourself with the very energy of abundance, and in doing so, you attract more of what you want. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a powerful force that shapes your reality, transforming your world into one of limitless possibility. Consistency in the feeling of having already won is the key to unlocking the power of your desires. It is the unwavering commitment to staying aligned with the feeling of success, abundance, and achievement, regardless of the external circumstances that may try to tell you otherwise. Your external world is a reflection of your internal state, and the more you maintain the feeling of already having what you desire, the more your outer reality will begin to shift to match it. This is the foundation of manifestation. Living as though your desires are already fulfilled and consistently aligning with that truth. It is easy to feel confident and hopeful when everything is going well, when the signs around you align with your desires. However, the true power lies in maintaining the feeling of having won when circumstances seem to suggest otherwise. Life will always present challenges, setbacks, and moments that feel less than ideal, but it is during these times that your ability to remain consistent in your feeling of success becomes paramount. The key is not to let external events dictate your internal state. Instead, you must stay anchored in the feeling that the prize is already yours, regardless of what is happening around you. The most important aspect of consistency in feeling is the ability to detach from the need for immediate results. Often when we desire something, we want to see tangible proof of our progress, to know that we are on the right track. However, this need for external validation can cause us to waver in our belief and feeling of already having what we want. True consistency in feeling comes from trusting that your desires are already on their way, even when the physical evidence has not yet materialized. This unwavering belief in the unseen is what will ultimately bring your desires to fruition. To stay consistent in the feeling of having won, you must first practice emotional discipline. This involves recognizing when doubt, fear, or uncertainty creep in and intentionally choosing to return to the feeling of success. It's about training your mind to focus on the positive outcome, on the end result, rather than on the temporary circumstances that might be causing discomfort. It may require you to shift your focus away from problems or challenges and instead redirect your attention to the vision of your success. Every time you consciously choose to return to the feeling of having already won, you strengthen your alignment with that outcome, and the universe begins to respond accordingly. This consistency in feeling is not about pretending that obstacles don't exist or that you are immune to challenges. It is about choosing to respond to those obstacles from a place of strength, belief, and trust. It is about acknowledging that the journey is a part of the process and that your success is inevitable, regardless of the bumps in the road. When you stay consistent in your feeling, you begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones that are helping you move closer to your prize. Another key aspect of consistency in feeling is letting go of the need to know how or when your desires will manifest. Often we want to control the timeline or the process, but this only creates resistance. The act of staying in the feeling of already having what you want requires you to release the need for external validation and trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. When you let go of control and surrender to the process, You allow the universe to deliver your desires in the most harmonious and unexpected ways. Emotions are the most powerful indicator of your alignment with your desires. The more consistently you can maintain the feeling of success, the more you invite that success into your life. It's not about waiting for the manifestation to happen first. It's about embodying the energy of the manifestation before it arrives. This is the true art of manifestation. Living in the state of already having, even before the world around you reflects it. When you can master this, you align with the creative force that brings your desires into being. Consistency in the feeling of having already won also involves cultivating a deep sense of gratitude for what you already have. When you focus on what is already good in your life and appreciate it, you amplify your vibration and attract more of the same. Gratitude helps you stay rooted in a positive, abundant mindset, which is essential for maintaining the feeling of having won. The more grateful you are for the progress you've made and the things you've already received, the more you open the door for even greater manifestations to flow into your life. Ultimately, staying consistent in the feeling of already having what you desire is about living with unwavering belief and trust. It is about knowing that your desires are already yours, even when the outside world may suggest otherwise. The feeling of success, fulfillment, and victory must become so real to you that nothing can shake your belief in its inevitability. When you can consistently maintain this feeling, you will find that your outer circumstances begin to mirror your inner conviction, and your prize will manifest before you in ways you never expected. In conclusion, the journey of manifesting your desires is rooted in consistency, faith, and alignment with the feeling of already having what you desire. By embodying the vision, detaching from doubt, and living with unwavering belief in the invisible, you align yourself with the energy of your desires and invite them into your life. Through the power of your imagination, gratitude, and emotional discipline, you create a reality where success and abundance are inevitable. It is through staying consistent in the feeling of having already won, regardless of the circumstances around you, that you open the door to infinite possibilities. Remember, the universe responds to the vibration you emit. Stay steadfast. Remain in the feeling of having already received, and trust the process. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on this message and embrace the power of living as though your desires are already yours. Your journey of manifestation starts within, and by staying true to the feeling of success, you unlock the path to limitless abundance. Thank you.